Okay. Guys, I just want to say I am so grateful to have you on this channel. Here's what happened. I clicked on a bad link. My account almost gets hacked. I think it's over. So, unfortunately, you can get hacked very easily on Google, and the app that I got hacked on was Google Meet. So basically what I recommend doing is, if you do get hacked like I did, story was I was on this chat and this person was like, hey, message me on Instagram. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I messaged them on Instagram, and they sent me the link to the Google Meet, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll talk to them on Google Meet. And so after that, you go to Google Meet, and then that's where they start trying to hack my account and stuff. And the sucky thing about it was, I thought that this was like a real person, right? And what they'll do is they'll try to, these people, they're very sneaky, you know, and they'll do anything to get you, and they sound like legit, they sound like a real person, they are, but their plan is to take your account, right? They're trying to harvest for your Gmail account and get all your stuff. So that's what happened. Here are the steps that I took to get my account back, and that I recommend for you. So if you're not already hacked, then I recommend getting a recovery email address. Now, if you are hacked in this situation, what I did to get out of this situation is, while I was thinking in my head while this person was hacking my account, I was like, okay, the first thing I need to do is I need to get rid of this app. So I immediately got rid of Google Meet, went to my Gmail account, and I started going through security and resetting passwords, doing everything that I possibly can in that very brief time. If you feel like you're being hacked, whether it's a Meet call, it's a Zoom call, you're talking to someone on this chat or whatever it is, and you don't know what's going to happen, the first thing you do is you need to stop communicating with that person. You need to get the heck away from them, because what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to distract you with messages saying like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to get into this. They'll try to make you fearful, right? That's why the thumbnail says buy the fear, sell the greed. So what you do, which that's an investing term, by the way, what you do in that situation is immediately get away from them. That's what I did. I got away from the people, and once I got away, I got rid of the app, went to my account, reset everything, started going on updating passwords, changing everything for that specific Gmail. And it worked and everything, but here's the issue I had. My issue was two-step verification was on, and since that was on, what began to happen is Google says, hey, we need to verify that you're the owner of this Gmail account. And I'm like, okay, so send me the code, you know? And when you do the code, what happens is they'll send it to either your phone, or they'll send it to the freaking address of the email that you can't get to. So here's what's annoying. Normally, it should, when you hit click, try again, try another way, it should say, okay, answer the security questions in the following to prove that this is your account. Mine didn't do that. So I had no way of proving that my account was actually mine. And I'm like, well, this kind of sucks. And I thought I was stuck at that point. I'm like, great, this person has access to everything, because that Gmail account was for YouTube, was for a lot of things. So I was like, there's no way in heck I'm just letting this thing go. And at that point, I'm starting to research. What we'll go ahead and do real quick is I'll show you Google, what was it called? Google Community? Google Account Recovery. Okay, so they have all these different links on Google, right? How to recover your Gmail account. Well, here's the annoying thing. When it comes to Gmail, and you click one of these links like this, and we're going to go ahead and sign out. Continue. Boom. So once you have this right here, and you start going through here, They tell you how to recover your Gmail account. I tried all of this. Then I clicked this link, was how to recover one that's hacked. I went through all of this, tried doing that, and here's what's frustrating. Man, my throat must be sick or something. Let me get some water. So I tried all this, nothing was working. It was very frustrating. Not to mention you're under pressure and you're very stressed out. The number one thing you got to do is you have to remain calm. While I was thinking I'm getting hacked on the other end, I was very calm and I was just very focused on what I needed to do. My instincts kicked in and was just telling me, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, and I just followed it. And it seemed to help. Because if I didn't reset the password and I just was freaking out and letting this person freak me out on the app, what I would have done, what could have happened is that person could have had the extra time to distract me or bait me into something like give me money or whatever the heck they're trying to do, right? And that would have distracted me from going and changing my account password, which means they can get in, they can start jacking with everything, changing everything to their stuff so that they can have control over it. So it's very quickly that in that zone you take immediate action and you start boom, 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 because they have a very brief period of time. So we got very fortunate with that. After that, the issue was how do I get my account back? I can't get it back. Google's not letting me verify it. What the heck do we do? In this situation, I recommend watching videos on how to get your account back from other people who have done it. Mine was complex because I had two-factor authentication on, and I was very lucky that I set a email for that. Now, that email address, I had to go through that recovery email and find the email that says, hey, are you trying to request access to this account? Have you got locked out? You click yes. Then on that, the only reason why that worked is because I had another computer that was always used for that main account. So Google recognized this account is always used, so they actually let me proceed to the question, not to the questions, but to the next other steps. I'm saying that wrong. Rather, on this computer or my phone, it didn't work. And that's because they were like, we don't trust this device, we don't know, blah, 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 all their security crap. So it was very stressful because you don't know what to do. You don't know why your account is being compromised or whatever. You have so many thoughts running in your head. So first thing is remain calm. After you get onto your account through that device, if you have it, then what you want to do is obviously wait for that 48 hours, get the code, get back in, and start setting all types of security. I'm talking about passwords, I'm talking about codes, backup codes, everything. You want to have it all backed up. You don't want to wait till you're hacked to do this. I took that Gmail for granted, and I was like, whatever. And then I realized, oh crap, this Gmail address is actually very important. So it was a big wake-up call, and now I want to help other people with that. So if you have questions down below, please feel free to comment down and I will respond to you as fast as I can, because this process is not very easy to understand. I mean, if we scroll on this website right now, there's no call service, there's nothing. But I'm going to give you a trick that helped get me service. So here's what I did. I was researching a lot. I stayed up till like 4 or 5 hours, and what I found was this. Obviously you can't get support on Google for Gmail, but Google has a lot of different companies, and what did help me is I went on here and I found wherever the heck it was, I kind of forgot. I went on here and I found their number. So we'll kind of have to probably play around with this for a second. But basically that's what I went to. I went to Google Pixel, phone number, Pixel phone. So if this doesn't work, here's how we do it. We go through here, boom, boom, Google Pixel. Oh, this, where we go. Okay, forgot, this is what I was trying to get to. So I need to find more from Google. I need to go to Chrome. So I thought I had Chrome. I do have Chrome. So on here, we'll find out where it's at. Basically, it has this icon that says, I'll just keep trying this because I'm still trying to figure this out. I went to Pixel phone support. I contacted them even though it wasn't. They made sure that they're like, hey, we actually don't do Gmail stuff. You'll have to go to Google Plus. And we'll get to that in a second. So I have to sign in to find that stuff, and so that's probably why it's not showing anything. So that's cool. If you're signed in on another Gmail, I recommend going in on here, and it'll have an area where it says, hey, do you need support? Put in the support ticket, and then they also do a request a callback, so that was cool. So that's why I can't show this. I'm not signed in. If that doesn't work, here's the next thing you can try that I haven't actually tried, but the guy on the phone who worked there, he tried, and that was Google Plus. Google One. Yep. So you can actually get this for your Gmail account, and it has customer service on it. Again, I'm not signed in, so it's not going to share much. So these are two resources. We're not going to go deep dive on it because sake of time. But basically, check out Google Pixel. I would call them. See if you get anyone on that phone that can help you with your situation. And even if they can't, let me tell you something. It helps when you go and you talk to people, real people, right? It kind of helps get your anxiety out. Once your anxiety is out of your mind, you're able to focus. I am sick at the time of this recording. Like, I think I got COVID, so my head hurts pretty bad, and I'm trying to film this video for you guys because I want y'all to know the steps to do this. So that's the thing. Get your anxiety out. Talk to someone on the phone. Say, hey, this is what happened. Someone illegally took over, or I'm thinking I'm hacked. It was mostly my situation. I'm thinking I'm getting hacked. So we got very fortunate. If that doesn't work, Pixel phone, try the Google Plus. If that doesn't work, the Google One is what I mean. Try that. If that doesn't work, then go to your emails and hopefully you set up recovery email address. If it doesn't work on that, then what I probably recommend is you might not have two-factor authentication, and it should have a different option for you. If none of that works, the other advice that I give is make sure you're home, you're logged on to your internet provider that you normally use, and that you are using a familiar device. If you have any other devices that are going to that are familiar to that email address or whatever address you got, then use that. It's a pretty big deal that you follow those steps because Google is extremely picky, and like I've been saying, they do not have customer service. Why? Based on other articles, is because they said what they were saying is if Google had customer service, they would get millions of requests in all the time. A lot of people use Google, so they don't have support on that. So it's kind of a big issue for me, especially with YouTube too, that YouTube doesn't have any support. If you can't get in your Gmail account, YouTube's like, sorry, you're on your own, buddy. Like, that's kind of dumb for a company at that, with how much money they make and how much systems they have. They really should upgrade that. So that is what worked for us. We had our recovery email address. We got our code using a familiar device. They said wait 48 hours. I swear every day, for the second day, I was checking my phone like every 2 hours waiting for that code. Once we got in, it was very reassuring, and that's where we set up multiple stuff. So you can get the Authenticator app, which means that you have a code on your phone that's generated, which I prefer over text. You can have that, you can have backup codes, and you can also have a security key, like a USB, that logs you in, if you can. Because here's the likely situation. Are you going to have that phone that you have right now, that you're holding or whatever, are you going to have that in 5 years? Probably not. And what are you going to do if your number on there, like mine, is linked to an old number that you don't have access to? You're done. So that was the issue. Two-factor didn't work. Old number, email address goes to the email I'm trying to get into. I'm screwed. Google's not asking me the questions. So that's why I was like, oh my god, I'm toast. What do I do? That's when I called Pixel, and I started trying to get that anxiety out. Then from there, able to think again, got some ideas from this guy. From there, went to back in those emails, and I was like, well, if I have a recovery email, let's figure out how to use it. Sure enough, found some old emails, clicked on it, and it says, are you trying to get your account back? Yes. Followed the steps, and did that on the computer that it was familiar with. So it's very kind of tricky. It's very kind of tricky. It doesn't make sense. It's very tricky with this process, but I assure you, once you get your stuff back, you will be 1,000 times more grateful, humble, and you will take security a lot more serious in your stuff. So that's my story for you guys. I know that's not a whole lot of insight. You know, it's not a normal video, and it's very different, but I feel like this is timely in the age that we are in. We're in an age of cyber attacks. So this goes beyond anything else. It goes beyond cryptocurrency. It goes beyond anything. Security is the main thing. If you create a Coinbase account, and I tell this to everyone, don't just make an account flippantly and then just like, oh yeah, email, password, okay. No, that's stupid. You need to write down all of your stuff on there. Like in this thing, it's all written down. You need to have that written down. You need to have a copy of that. I even got literally a lockbox. So the valuable stuff like passwords are in there, the keys hidden. So I'm telling you, this is not a joke. This could be anything. This could be your financial future. This could be your medical records. This could be your YouTube channel, anything. So whatever's valuable to you, take it serious. Start now in preparing. And if you have any problems, please DM me on YouTube, because I would like to see your situation and see if I can help you. Because I know what it's like to feel like I have zero help, and you're having to trust yourself and your mind to get yourself out of the situation. But one good rule of thumb is, if you got in, you can get out. So that's what I live off. So guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I know this was kind of weird as a live stream. Totally different. The thumbnail doesn't even match the description. But this is a very informative video to help you guys get the most knowledge out of what would happen if you were in this situation. Because God, I pray that you do not go through this. It's very stressful, and I stayed up till probably, I think consecutively, about all the way till 3 a.m. studying all these different links, trying every type of method out there. If y'all are following me on Instagram, I told the guy on the phone, I said, I can't lose this Gmail account. If I have to go get a job at Google, I will do that to get this account back. I was that serious. Even though this channel is very small compared to most other people, it doesn't matter. It has 7 years of history and hard work put into it. So I really appreciate you guys for sticking around. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. We're going to make some more crypto videos. We got a lot of good videos coming out. So now that we're back on the grind, Nitro is back, ready to kick butt. We're going to be working on more property management videos, because Appfolio is huge. There's so much to cover. Next one, I believe, is going to be on how to create bills. It's a big deal. After that, we're going to be uploading more finance and crypto videos. We got a lot of stuff to share. As we are currently working on the real estate license, there's so much stuff to share. And one thing that helps is teaching others and showing them is how you retain knowledge. So that's kind of the plan, is I want to be able to know that I know this stuff by putting it on the whiteboard so you guys can see. And if I don't know it, you're going to comment down below and say, Nitro, that is not right. That is not right at all. Write that off the board. So, love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this channel, and I'll see you on the next one.